This is your spoiler warning. Listen, this episode contains spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home and The Batman. So, if you haven't seen the movies, or if you're lucky enough to not have got spoiled by social media, I mean, good for you, but this is your final warning. Don't get mad at me in those comments section because you got spoiled because whatever. So, click off the video, and if you have seen the films, enjoy that episode, baby. Let's get into it. This is the BG After Hours show. Play that music! What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I haven't done this in a while. I've been pretty busy, but it's Easter break. I got time. I got money. Actually, I don't got money, but I got time. That's all I got. That's all I got. But welcome everyone to the show. Welcome back to another episode. Like I said, Easter's almost here. Everyone's probably going on or is in Easter break. It's pretty exciting stuff. Get to do whatever I want. I've been literally watching anime and playing games the entire time and getting mad. So, yeah. But now I'm doing an episode, so that's all that matters. But right now, our guest for this episode is my main man, the most down bad person I've ever seen in my entire life, Isaiah Diley. Introduce yourself, Isaiah. This man. Tell the people about yourself. Like, what's your favorite video game, anime, whatever? Just say something so they know like who you are.
All you need to know about me is I'm down horrendous sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But nah. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm too far gone. But
what is your favorite anime, Isaiah? Since we're saying
my favorite anime is My Dress Up Darling, bro. Can't beat it.
Wait! I thought it was gonna be like Naruto,
well,
not like.
I mean, it's good, but I feel like it'd beat Naruto any day.
Damn, he said. Dang, I did not expect that.
I feel like I'd beat it. I feel like
I literally did not expect you to say My Dress Up Darling is better than Naruto, because like I love slice of life anime any other day. I would rather watch that than any shonen, but like I still think Dragon Ball Z is the best anime in my opinion. I'm sorry, where I started, it's gonna be really hard to beat where I started. So like, yeah, I'm just saying,
it's good. It's just like, I mean, I like them both, but I feel like when it comes to like more views, I feel like My Dress Up Darling would absolutely destroy Naruto.
No, it's just in your opinion. What do you like? But if you like My Dress Up Darling the most, in your opinion, if
I like it,
you get more enjoyment. If you get more,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than Naruto, honestly.
Damn. Now you really know what Isaiah is, because this man literally just said something I didn't even expect. He said Naruto is worse than My Dress Up. This man crazy over here. I don't even care.
But no disrespect to my Naruto fans. No disrespect to my Naruto fans. Okay.
Yeah, some of those people be crazy. Some of those Naruto fans be a little crazy. Yeah, you ever get on TikTok, you go to anime and you see Naruto, bro. I'm telling you Naruto fans be actually kind of crazy. But I mean, I feel like every anime community is crazy. All right, well there we go. Yeah, so there's our little guest. He told us something that I didn't even expect, so yeah. Alright, so we gotta go through our little topics. So we got the quick review of media, we got some pretty cool stuff there, but everyone knows what that's all about. And then we got our icebreaker for our guest, pretty cool question. And then we have our first sub-segment, which we're gonna talk about the OG Spider-Man and Batman movies. Now, I know he actually has never seen a Batman movie besides the new one. He's seen clips, but he's never actually like sit down and seen an actual Batman movie. So, he'll be carrying the Batman, but you'll definitely be like you definitely seen Spider-Man movie, so you can talk about that too.
Yeah, that's
and then
probably.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead because I'm going to talk about the rest of the topics.
I was gonna say I've seen scenes of other Batman movies, but I've never sat down and watched a whole Batman movie until the new Batman movie.
Listen, they're so good. I think they're all good. Even the ones that were like in the 90s that everybody hates, like with the one with the Riddler and Mr. Freeze. Like, I don't care. I still love those movies. But yeah, They're
Yeah, I
pretty
always
good.
liked it. It's just I've never actually like sat down and seen a whole movie.
Yeah. And then our main topic is obviously, if you were paying attention during that spoiler, we're talking about Spider-Man No Way Home and the Batman. So yeah, we'll just be talking about, what we thought, movie, and all that stuff. So, and then our last subsegment is just other Spider-Man media. This whole episode is Spider-Man and Batman stuff. So if you don't like Spider-Man and Batman, you might as well click off. But like, I don't know. Maybe leave a comment saying Batman fucking sucks, or Spider-Man fucking sucks, or superheroes are gay. I don't know. Just I don't I don't know where I'm going with this. And then that's our last part. So let's run into that quick look at media. All right, welcome to the quick overview of media. I honestly gotta say, this is probably my favorite part of the podcast because I really get to talk about new stuff and let people know about what's been going on. So first part, we're gonna talk about anime. Now, I know I've talked to Isaiah about this, but April 3rd through April 10th, there will be a total, and this is like brand new to like this is like a breakthrough for anime history. There will be a total of 26 new animes, new seasons for existing animes, which is 26, Isaiah. 26 of new content for us. It's crazy. We got Spy X Family, which is a new anime. I've heard some very good things about it. Only one episode saying it's a banger. Love is War Ultra Romantic, which is season 3 of Love is War, already a banger. Side note, I've watched Love is War dub, and I have to watch it in sub first because the dub episodes aren't out. And I gotta say, watching it in sub is kind of hard. Not the voices. There's just a lot of subtitles, like a lot of text popping up, and I'm like, bro, I can't pay attention to all this and the freaking anime, bro. Like, I mean, like, there's characters like talking in the background, and then like the people like actually talking that you're supposed to pay attention to. So there's like tons of subtitles. Like, it's crazy. I do not enjoy watching it in sub, but I mean, still pretty banger though. And then we got Shigemori's Not Just a Cutie. Now, sad news about this anime, sadly.
Sad news.
First episode came out, like, I think a couple days ago, whatever. And the rest of the episodes are not planned to come out because the studio is dealing with COVID things, so we have to wait. Which sucks, because that was one of the animes I was going to watch. But
this
I
is
kind of
not
want to watch
like, this is not like completely canceled.
Nah, yeah, but like, it's the first episode, and it's like, goddamn. And then Komi Can't Communicate season 2. Netflix. Okay, listen, the episodes are coming and airing in January, but Netflix is like, nah, we're not gonna start releasing episodes until April like 27th or something. And I'm over here like, bruh, you can't do that. I literally just watched season 1 again to get hyped for this season, and I'm like, bruh. But I found a workaround. My handy dandy website that I will not reveal the name of because I don't want it to get off the web, because I get a lot of good animes on there, is releasing the new episodes on there, and I'm like, fuck you, Netflix. Screw you, Netflix. You also mess up JoJo Part 6. I gotta wait till October to continue watching it, and it's only 12 episodes. Oh my god. How can you do that to me? Anyways. Yep, Komi Can't Communicate season 2, and Rising of a Shield Hero season 2, which I have a lot of people I know actually really like that show. So it's good that it got a season 2. And there's so many more, but that's just a little sum up of some of those animes, and those are like the most popular ones. There's a lot of other ones, but I'm not running through them all. I'm not running through every single anime. That's gonna take too long. So Isaiah's gonna enjoy this part. My Dress Up Darling just finished a couple weeks ago, and it was ranking as one of the most popular shows of all time on Crunchyroll.
Now hold on, we're gonna stop right here. I'm gonna let y'all know, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I'm a very, very sensitive person. I ain't gonna
Like, what
catch
do you
you.
mean
I
sensitive?
cried. I cried when that shit ended.
Man, I had to help this man go through the pain because he's never went through pain like this, and I go through this like every time I finish a show.
That's the first time that I've sat through and watched a slice of life, and then like that, it just ended, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. It was so good. Like, yep, that too, but like that wasn't as bad. That was like, cause I'd like to see like them, you know, like if Gojo and fucking my bad, Marin got together.
Isaiah,
like,
I literally just said the fuck word like 5 times. Like,
I don't know.
You're good.
I'm not trying to swear, bro. Like, it's trying to be formal.
It's okay, Isaiah. But you're saying Gojo and Marin.
Like, I would like to like at least see them like get together. At least, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it ever happened.
Well, like, what I've been hearing, like, in the manga, like, they still haven't got together in the manga. But, like, there's one chapter that I want to see animated really badly, so I don't know. It being so popular, I'm thinking it's going to get a season 2, but expect the worst that it won't get a season 2, so you might have to read the manga. I'm just saying. Always expect the worst.
Yeah, it was pretty much destroying Attack on Titan, so I shouldn't see why it wouldn't get a season 2.
Yeah, it was literally topping Attack on Titan, and now Attack on Titan is getting another season for its final part again. That's why Attack on Titan sucks, because I can't finish. I don't know why I'm geeking out like that. I've never even seen Attack on Titan. It's the same thing with One Piece, though. One Piece is like, what, on its like 1000th episode, and it still hasn't ended. Like, come on, man. You can't be doing this.
Yeah. I don't even want to watch One Piece because it's so freaking long, bro.
Exactly. Last thing I got for anime. Dragon Ball Superheroes comes out in April, and then it's like literally comes out in about a week, basically. And the show will start again next year. So the show will start again in 2023, and Dragon Ball Superheroes, or Dragon Ball Superheroes, there's 2 supers in the name, which is stupid. It's coming out soon. Can't wait. I'm excited. It's actually all going to be CGI, so it's not going to be drawn. The whole thing is going to be CGI, which I won't lie, I'm kind of down for, but I do like my drawn shows because they do looking more detailed and crisp. But I am excited to see it. There is rumors that my main man, the boy Cell, the perfect light form, might return in this show, and will return in the movie. So if we get to see Cell again, banging. He's the best Dragon Ball Z villain. I don't care what anyone says.
Bro, his theme, no cap.
his theme. I can't wait. I hope it's good. I don't even know that much about the movie, which is awesome because that makes it more exciting, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, that's it for anime. Now we're gonna move on to movies and TV shows. So, have you heard of the Adam Project, Isaiah?
I've
the
heard
movie
of
on
it.
Netflix.
I've heard.
I sat down and watched it, and it's pretty good. It's got a cool concept. I just put that down that it released like early March, and I know some people were talking about it, and I liked it. It was pretty good. It had Ryan Reynolds in it, and everyone loves Ryan Reynolds. So
what's it about? It was pretty good. Anyway? What's it about?
It's
anyway?
It's like this kid, like he's like his father died in a car crash, right? Or his father died, whatever. So it's him and his mom, and he's kind of like a dick to his mom. Like, it's like, bro, come on, stop being an asshole to your single mom, bro. She's just trying to get by, and you're just over here being like an actual, like, gremlin-looking dude. Anyway, he finds this guy that, like, breaks in his house, and he finds out that that's his future self that came back in time. And it's like this whole, like, time-traveling nonsense and shit. It's really cool, but it's, like, it's funny, too. But, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Might have to check it out.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Then we got I can't. The Morbius movie has released, and from reviews and creators even spoiling the movie on social media, it's trash, dog. It's trash. It's garbage. I
That's
haven't
one
even
big
seen
pile
it,
of shit.
and I don't. You got so loud. I mean, I got loud because I got close, but yeah, it doesn't look good at all. I never even thought it looked good before, and I still am like, bruh, it looked garbage, bruh.
What was the Rotten Tomatoes on it?
I don't even know, but from like last I remember, it was like 14% or something.
Oh my god.
It was so bad because I remember seeing a TikTok like 2 to 3 days ago, and it was about it, and it was like 14%, or like, it was like 14 or 19%. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, and there's a YouTuber I watch. I'll mention his name because he's actually a pretty good YouTuber.
16%.
It's 16% now.
16%.
Jesus. I'm probably gonna say his channel wrong, but if you look this up, you'll find his YouTube. It's the Cosmic Variety Hour Show, and this guy just reviews superhero movies and just popular movies in general. And he said the Morbius movie was actually garbage, and he's a huge fan of Spider-Man. Like, I mean, like, he loves Spider-Man. So, like, hearing him say it, and me and him have a like pretty good mindset and very similar interests and like ideals. So, or like not ideals, ideas, and like. I kind of agree with most things he says, so yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I'm still questioning like why does he get a movie? Why not any other villains?
Yeah, well,
why him?
I don't know. I don't know why Sony keeps making movies about villains and making them anti. Venom made sense because Venom is popular enough to get its own movie. Same thing with like Joker and stuff. But Morbius, like, literally the only thing I've ever seen about Morbius is from the freaking 1990 Spider-Man animated series. And that gave me everything I needed to know about Morbius. And that was it. That's the only time I ever seen him. So why? I don't know. I literally don't know. I was questioning that the day one I saw the trailer. I was like, wait, why is he getting a movie? So,
right.
Who knows?
What about freaking Kraven the Hunter? Freaking.
He is supposed to get a movie.
Really? Bad, bro.
Yeah, but from Sony's track record isn't holding up, so it's probably not going to be good. Even though I want it to be good, because I love Kraven the Hunter. I think he's like one of the best villains for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on from that. Let's move into the good superhero content besides Batman or Spider-Man. Moon Knight released on Disney Plus. I think episode 3 just came out, and from all the memes, people are loving Moon Knight. Moon Knight, he's like a. You haven't seen it?
No.
So like, I'll give you like what I understand of Moon Knight from like playing games and just learning. He's kind of like this guy. I think the normal version of himself, he's kind of like a smart detective, or at least he's like a really smart dude anyways. And then he has like a split personality, and his split personality is like this fucking like brutish fucking like brute that like just beats the shit out of people.
It sounds like a Batman 2.0.
He literally is Batman. He's just not a fucking multi-millionaire. That's the only thing. But he follows like this god, god that his other personality follows, and that's like how he gets his powers and shit. This is just from me. This isn't even me from like knowing the actual character. This is just from my analyzing and what I've known for like over the years. So I could be dead fucking wrong, but this is what I'm just guessing. But yeah, he follows his god, and that's how he gets these powers and all this stuff, and like, yeah. And he's pretty cool, but that's all I know from him. Probably the TV show probably does pretty good explaining who he is and stuff, so I can't wait to watch it. I want to wait till all the episodes are out first, then I binge it in like 2 days. I'm just like, I watch like 3 a day, and I watch 3 episodes the next day, and then I'm like, alright, I'm done. So, The Ambulance, which is a movie that came out, made by Michael Bay, is supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not, the highest rated movie that Michael Bay has ever made on the Rotten Tomato website. So supposedly it's his best film. I could be wrong.
Has this man made?
A lot. I don't know how many, but a lot. That's what I heard. Like, I don't know if that's exactly true. I just wrote it down here, but it's like somebody like counted it and said, yeah, that Michael Bay's highest rated film is actually The Ambulance, which just came out, and I thought it looked pretty good. I mean, I wasn't gonna go watch it, but from the trailers it looked good. So, yeah. Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness comes out in May. I can't wait to see that banger of a film because I know damn well that shit's gonna be busting. Freaking whatever multiverse shit they're gonna do, fucking crazy ass, goofy ass shit. I don't know, but I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be great, and I love Doctor Strange, so it's gonna be even better. Cool.
But nah, we got to recognize Peter Parker for beating this man with math.
We'll get into that, Isaiah. We will get into that.
That's dope. That's my boy.
Listen, we'll get into it. And then my last part of movies/TV shows is Jurassic World Domination comes out in June, which, if you know me in real life, which most people will, I am a huge Jurassic Park fan. I don't talk about it too much, but when it comes into the picture, Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time. Like, definitively, like, an actual movie. Like, no superhero movies or, like, anything. Like, it's just, like, an actual movie. It's my favorite movie of all time, Jurassic Park. I love dinosaurs. That's all I gotta say. I fucking love dinosaurs. And I love the characters. Like, I love Jurassic Park. It's such a good movie. I've seen it so many times. I literally know, like, everything about it. Never watch Jurassic Park because I'll literally tell you facts, freaking movie errors. Like, I'll literally be talking to you the entire time and you will not pay attention to the movie whatsoever. Because I literally know facts about the movie, how it was made, all these weird things that happen, all these freaking movie errors that, like, you can see, like, you'll see somebody's hand come out of nowhere to fix a dinosaur's position and shit like that. Like, it's crazy. I know everything. Every scene, I know a fact.
Word, man. That's lit.
Yeah.
Like, see, I've like watched some of the movies and I didn't really like think much of it, you know. Like, oh yeah, they're being chased by a dinosaur. Yeah, that man just got his freaking head bit off. Yeah.
Well, did you ever sit down and watch them?
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't really like go back and like watch any of them recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably why I didn't like think of much of it. You know.
I think if we should like sit down, like the 2 and 3 are okay. Jurassic World's okay, and I haven't seen Fallen Kingdom since it came out in theaters. It's just the first one is just so good. Like, I'm not saying like the rest are bad, but like I just think the first one is just the best one. Like, it can't be beat.
It's always the OGs that are good.
Yeah, like, what's another OG film that could literally never be beat? Like Jaws. I mean, that came out at the same time, but like the first Jaws is the best Jaws film. Or
I was scared of that shit, bro. Like, I remember watching like just the shark. Nah, this ain't it. I was not watching that, bro, at all.
And it was funny, freaking Jaws and Jurassic Park are made by the same director, which is even a bit funnier. Alright, but that's it for movies and stuff. Pretty simple stuff, and just, games. Now, we'll probably be talking about these for a while, because this is just what me and Isaiah talk about. JoJo's All-Star Battle R will come out in fall 2022 on all platforms. Now, you know me, I'm a big JoJo fan, and Isaiah over here is also a JoJo fan. He's still new, but he's getting there.
Zahando!
And I knew he was going to say it. Freaking, this man always talks about Zahando from Part 4. But JoJo's All-Star Battle came out on the PlayStation 3 back in... I actually don't know when exactly it came out, but it came out when Part 1 and Part 2 of the anime just released. So that gives you a good time period. So this was before Part 3 was even animated. So it's a pretty good... It's like a 2D-3D fighting game. Like, it's not an arena fighter, but it's like it has a 2D aspect, but it's also 3-dimensional. and it's got a bunch of characters from shows and shows from all the shows and the manga and stuff. So it's got a lot of characters, and now it's mastered on all platforms, and we'll finally get a new JoJo game after freaking Eyes of Heaven that came out on the PS4, which I feel like it's gonna get some good sales because there's a lot more JoJo fans than there were before. So I can't wait. I'm quite excited. I talk to Isaiah every day how much I want to play it.
Yeah,
I just want to play it.
Which two characters you said you were gonna like? The
Main.
Yes.
Which characters I'm gonna
the
main?
few you're gonna main.
I'm actually going to main every single one. First of all, no, I do literally want to play every character though because they all look fun. No, I would say it's probably gonna be. There's so many. Like I couldn't tell you who's gonna be like my actual me. I can tell you the first characters I want to play is Yoshikage Kira, who is the main villain of Part 4, because he's just fucking awesome.
Does he have Killer Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it was him.
And then, I could not tell you, bro. There's so many characters I want to play. I want to fucking play Dio. I want to play Jonathan, Joseph, Jotaro, Josuke. I want to play them all, man. We'll put Dio. Kira and Dio would be top 2. We'll just say that, but it's probably going to be like way more. I want to play Okiatsu, Josuke, Giorno, King Crimson, or freaking Devaldo, whatever his name is. Jonathan, Dio Part 1, Jotaro, Joseph, the Pillar Man. I want to play everybody, Isaiah. I can't pick just 2. That's too hard.
My 2 are going to be Zahando, or what's his name? Okiatsu, I think it is.
Okiatsu.
And Zeppala. Because I think Zeppala is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you said you wanted to play him.
Yeah. I just like his style and, like, just who he is.
Yeah. I want to play I just want to play Jonathan or Joseph, too, because they use Holman instead of a stand. I actually cannot wait. I'm so excited. But, yeah. Multiverses is officially coming out this year in 2022 and is getting playtest on PC every once in a while. So, I think I talked about this before. Multiverses is basically Warner Brothers Smash Bros. So it has Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, but it also has like other characters like Bugs Bunny. So unfortunately, for some reason, the audio cut out. I used Craig to record my audio on Discord, and he was kind of geeking out yesterday when me and Isaiah were doing this podcast. So, I don't know what happened here, but basically we're talking about multiverses and all the characters like Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry and all these characters that you get to play as, and it's just going to be super cool. I'm going to main Batman, and probably, I don't know who else I'm going to play as, but Batman's definitely number 1. But, yeah, I just talk about how it's getting playtested and all that stuff, you know. And then we go on to Gotham Knights, which is going to be like a Batman Arkham game, but it's going to deal with Red Hood, Nightwing, and all that stuff. So I'll just continue it right after that. You're going to be able to play as Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, and Batgirl. That's all the characters you get to play as. And it's going to be like an Avengers game that came out, but hopefully way better, because I remember when that first came out, it was in the best state. So I can't wait to play that. It's going to be single player and also co-op. So it's going to be banger. I know Isaiah over here, he says he wants to play as Nightwing. I'm playing as Red Hood because I just want to shoot people. Because it's fun to shoot people as like a character that's basically Batman, but with guns. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I feel like me and Isaiah, we're either going to be like the best duo or we're going to be fucking everything up. We're going to go in a room, try to stealth kill like 3 people, or like, not stealth kill, stealth like an entire room of people, and then like one of us is going to fuck up and we're going to have to fight everybody.
Yeah. It's probably going to be me, bro. Probably like, freaking like, someone's going to turn and be like, hey, you, and I'll be like, oh, hey.
No, what's up? And then throws a battery at him. Alright. Next, we got Elden Ring has made over 5 million in-game sales revenues across all platforms in just a couple, like in just like a month. I don't know how long the game's been out, but it has made quite a bit of money, and I have a couple friends that played it, and they think it's like the best game out there. So it's like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. This game's been doing pretty damn good. I know Isaiah's been playing it. I haven't played it because I don't like Dark Souls, and I'm probably not going to like Elden Ring. It makes me too mad. So, but
Yeah,
I know Isaiah's he's played it.
I'd
what do you
say
think of it, Isaiah?
for me, it's the rage game of 2022. Because when something does not go right in that game, and I'm hacking at this thing for hours and hours, you know, getting upgrades and stuff, and I'm still dying, and I'm like doing it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's a very rage-inducing game, but it seems like it's doing pretty damn good. So, and then I wrote this down, but this is like so old news now. But like, I'll just mention it. Fortnite doesn't have building. Well, it was going without no building, and now they put building back for this game modes with no building. And me and Isaiah both we think Fortnite's actually good again because no building exists. Like, it's actually fun.
I'm sorry, but if you're a builder, I'd like to humiliate you guys. I'm sorry.
He said, "I'm sorry." Listen, if you build, it just means you can't aim. And if you can't aim, why are you even playing the game? Like, bruh, I'm sorry. I hate all you builders. You build an Eiffel Tower in like 3 seconds, and then I'm like sitting down there looking at you. I'm literally eating like snacks in IRL watching you build. Like, and then you jump down, miss a shot, and then I kill you. It's like you just wasted all that time, bruh. I hate them. But that's it. That's it for gaming, and that's it for our overlook of media. Pretty simple stuff. Some of that stuff's old, some of that stuff's new. It's just whatever. But we're done with that. Now let's run into that icebreaker segment for our guest here. Welcome to the icebreaker segment. Always a pretty cool segment with these questions. And hey, if you got a good answer for this question and you want to share it, go ahead and put that in the comment section. I'd love to see the response, man. I always like to see it. Now, our icebreaker this time is, you're going to like this, Isaiah. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? So if you have an answer for this, go ahead. If you don't, I can answer it first and then you can think about it. So if you don't have an answer, I can go first.
I definitely have an answer, man.
Go for it.
If I could be Spartan, I really would be, bro. Like, if I could have, like, spider senses. Why? Because he was literally, like, my childhood superhero, bro. Like, he was, like, the first superhero I've seen, and, like, ever since that, I was like, bro, he's lit, bro. Like, he's awesome.
He said it lit. If there was any other superpower you can have besides Spider-Man, would there be one, or you can't think of any?
Besides that, it would probably be, like, super intellect, like, kind of like Iron Man, like, super smart.
Oh, well, that's not well, I mean, like, Iron Man doesn't have a superpower like that, he just does, but like, I understand what you mean.
He's, like, really smart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, that'd be cool. My superpower would be, I like to call it geokinosis, or aka earthbending. So if you ever seen Avatar, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, for those people who haven't seen Avatar, geokinosis, or earthbending, is basically like I can manipulate like rocks in the ground and earth. So like, say like a rocket shooting towards me, right? And I need to like cover myself. I can literally like put up an entire wall right in front of me that's all like rock and stone and block the rocket. Or if I need to like throw rocks, I can like literally like pick up a big boulder or like shoot a boulder from the ground and like throw it at people and shit. Like I could do so much with it. Like it'd be crazy. Like I would actually be a monster, bro. I would be messing with people. That's what I would want. But any other powers? I mean, I couldn't think of any other cool powers that I'd be like, dang, I would want that badly. I mean, Spider-Man powers would be cool. Like, any powers from any other hero would be cool, but like, I don't know, geokinosis. I could probably fly with geokinosis too. I would just have to get like a boulder with like surface, and then be able to like make my feet like stuck to the rock, and then just levitate it, and then I could probably fly with that. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know how far I can go with it, but yeah. But alright, that was a pretty good answer. I already knew that answer before because I remember I asked you a long time ago, and I was like, what if he changed it? But yeah, so let's head over to that first sub segment. I always fuck that up. I'm always like sub segment, which is the OG Spider-Man and Batman movies / films. Alright, welcome to the first sub-segment of the podcast. We got the OG Spider-Man and Batman movies to talk about. So, like, we'll just talk about, like, overall, just all of the movies that we've seen that are from these characters, and, like, what we think of them. How good are them as films? How good are them as Spider-Man or Batman films? And, you know, just talk about what we think about the movie. So, let's run through Spider-Man first. So, what do you think? Well, actually, I just thought of, we talking about the animated too, or should we only talk about the live action?
I mean,
because like, there's a lot of Batman animated movies, but like, I'm not gonna talk about all of them. But the main one I wanted to talk about was Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Let's just run from like the oldest to like the newest, besides No Way Home, obviously, and the Batman. So, let's go through Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 with Sam Raimi or Tobey Maguire. So, like, Spider-Man 1, you know, I feel like almost everyone, we don't have to explain all these movies, but, like, Spider-Man 1, literally, great start to Spider-Man, talks about Peter Parker, who's played by Tobey Maguire, going through college and school while getting his powers, learning his powers. And then we got Willem Dafoe over here playing as Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, and, you know, becoming the Green Goblin, and then they do their whole, like, climax. It's a pretty basic superhero film. Nothing, like, special going on here. And then we got Spider-Man 2, which deals with Dr. Octopus, a.k.a. Otto Octavius, and I can't remember the actor's name of Dr. Octopus.
What's his face, bro?
Alright, I'll look it up.
I don't remember his name either.
I'll look it up. But, they go through that story, and Dr. Octopus building this machine for the literally like a little Alfred Milano, that's his name. That's the actor who plays as Dr. Octopus, Alfred Milano. But like basically like he just builds this like super like reactor that's like basically the sun, and it goes haywire, and then he gets like these tentacle things that helps him manage the machine. And literally, like, he gets bonded with the tentacles, and then he literally, like, wakes up, and he's like, well, I gotta finish my science experiment. So he just runs around getting money and stuff that he needs to continue his science experiment. And then Spider-Man over here is going through, like, trauma and shit from, like, what happened in the first movie, and is actually, like, losing his superpowers. So he's literally, like, not Spider-Man for most of the film because he keeps losing his powers. And literally he's like, bro, I'm done being Spider-Man, because like everyone's Harry hates him, MJ hates him, everybody hates Spider-Man, and everyone hates Peter Parker in the second film. Like, Peter Parker is getting shitted on every scene, bro. And I feel bad.
He's straight up getting dookied. Everybody hated
Man
him.
was, yeah.
The world
and then
was
Spider-Man. Yeah, the world was literally against him, bro. Everybody hated my boy. And then we got Spider-Man 3, which was kind of like Spider-Man living his life with MJ, because he finally got with her, and then like them going through their issues and stuff, while freaking the symbiote Venom lands on Earth, and then Peter Parker gets it, and literally becomes the biggest meme of all time, Bully Maguire. And while also having Sandman and Harry becoming villains, which I'm gonna look up who plays Harry or Sandman real quick because I forget. And I gotta look up who. Who plays as freaking Harry Osborn? I forget. Thomas Church is Sandman, and then let me look up Harry Osborn. Harry Osborn is James Franco. How could we forget James Franco, bro? I'm weak. Anyways. Yeah, so that honestly, people consider the third one the worst. I think they all rank honestly the same for me, and those are the ones I grew up with. That's how I grew up with Spider-Man. Is those original three, and yeah, so pretty good films. Then we got The Amazing Spider-Man. I feel like Isaiah's going to be talking the most because I've only seen the first film, and that was when it first came out, and he can explain what's going on in those films. So
I've seen those ones first, and then the Tobey Maguire ones, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But it starts out with Peter Parker going through high school, that kind of thing. And then the whole Uncle Ben situation, he gets shot, he dies. And then, he's actually in them movies, he's in like the was it the Osborn Laboratory, I think it was. And he's fucking around with the spiders, and one of them like crawls in his coat. And he gets bit when he's looking at having an interaction moment with Gwen, I think it was.
Yeah, so like in this film, MJ's not even a thing. It's Gwen, which if you're an OG Spider-Man fan, Gwen was Peter's first love interest, and then it was MJ, which I didn't know back then, because like I was like, bro, where's MJ? MJ's number one, bro. Because I was an idiot and I never read any comics, and I learned from my dumbass mistakes. So, anyways, but yeah. And then I know when does Kurt Connors come in?
He comes in like I think a little bit after. I don't remember all the details. Like I'm trying to,
Yeah, you're good. We're just trying to sum it up. We don't need to know, like every single detail. But like he basically like Dr. Kurt. If you know who the Lizard is. Dr. Kurt Connors, he loses his arm, and then he does like genetics and shit, and then he finds out like with lizards regrowing like limbs and stuff, so he messes with lizard DNA. He regrows his limb, but then he becomes like this giant lizard beast looking dude. And yeah, and then it's all about that. Spider-Man and the lizard, and then the lizard's like, I'm gonna turn the whole city into lizards. For some fucking reason. I don't know why. I mean, I always think that's funny.
Yeah, and then Peter had the antidote thing.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And everybody that. Yeah.
That scene
so
was.
So everybody that. Yeah.
Cliffhanger, man.
We keep interrupting each other. We're like. I mean, like, I was just trying to finish what you're saying, and then I'm interrupting, and I'm like, God damn it. But yeah, so and then the second one deals with Electro and freaking Harry Osborn again. But is it okay if I say this? The Green Goblin in that film actually looks terrible.
Yeah, he looks like a
crackhead.
There was
Like
Rhino.
a crackhead. Oh yeah, there was Rhino.
Yeah,
Rhino actually looked cool.
He did look cool.
Like he had this mech suit instead of it being like just like this actual suit that he just wears. But yeah, those movies were pretty basic too. And then we have Disney's version of Spider-Man, which if you count Captain America Civil War, that's when he first introduced. Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and then No Way Home is later. So, those movies were pretty good too. We won't count Civil War actually, because that's not even his film. But that was when he was first introduced. Homecoming was good because it was literally like It was literally like a school comedy, like type of deal. Like it literally felt like a slice of life Spider-Man movie. Like, it
It
literally
did
was just
though.
like
It did.
what he did every day and stuff. Yeah, and then it's finally him learning like what it means to be like a hero. You can't rely on others. You have to do like not that he can't rely on others, but he can't always rely on others. Like, he has to do things himself too, and shit like that. And
Yeah.
that's when he takes down the Vulture, who was played by my boy Michael Keaton, my boy, the OG Batman. And then, well, I say the OG Batman, but Adam West was older and played Batman. But no, Michael Keaton, the OG Batman, in my opinion. And then Far From Home deals with Mysterio, who literally tricks Peter. That scum. I remember watching that movie, and I was like, nah, they make Mysterio feel like too much of a good guy. I know he's a scumbag underneath. He's a trickster.
Yeah, he's.
And then right when he gets those fucking glasses, and he literally tells to turn off the simulation, I'm like, no, there it was. And my friend of mine, I knew it the entire time, and I didn't want to believe it because I was like, I actually like this guy. He actually seemed pretty cool. But
Yeah,
his segments, like where he really fucked up with Peter's mind. Like the one scene where like I can't explain it, but like he's wearing that one like black suit, and he's like he really messes with Peter's mind, and he does like this whole, like, illusion.
Yeah.
That scene was sick. That was so cool. That's the stuff I like to see. That was the stuff I like to see from Mysterio, because Mysterio did that all the time in cartoons. It's just so cool to see. And he was like telling Peter, he's like, you need to wake up! And then he wakes up, and then he gets hit by a fucking train.
Yeah, I thought it was the end right there. I was like, damn, this is not how it ends, bro.
And the one part, like, he falls off the building and he freaking lands on a car. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, how about, let me see if my script says anything about, no, okay. I was seeing if my script talked about animated movies, but like, then there's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Let's just mention it, because it's like one of the biggest Spider-Man movies.
It was good.
Recent time. It was so good. I honestly could say, I think it's not my favorite, but I can't even tell you what one. I want to say it's not my favorite Spider-Man movie, but I think it is the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. Like it's up there on my
Well,
list.
Never mind. It is the best Spider-Man movie, but it's not my favorite Spider-Man movie. I now know what my favorite one is. But like literally, like it's crazy. Like, it's so detailed, so well animated, and then it introduces all these other Spider-Man and stuff, which I already knew most of them. The only one I didn't know about was freaking the anime girl one. I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, I literally never seen a Spider-Man like that.
Oh, like the Spider-Mac. The Spider-Mac thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just said anime because she's like basically like anime looking. But like, yeah. That's the only one I didn't know. I knew about Noir. I knew about freaking Spider-Pig. I knew about Gwen. I knew about Miles. So that was an awesome film. It was like one of the best ones. It's just so well animated. Basically, that story, it literally just deals with like Miles like taking the mantle of Spider-Man, and then he like meets all these other Spider-Men in like this Spider-Man multiverse, and then they just work together to fix their multiverses and shit like that, and return back to where they came. So it's a pretty good movie too. But like, yeah, I just wrote down like which one we like the most and why. I know you're a big fan of the Andrew series because that's the one you grew up. A fan of Toby because that's the ones I grew up with. Into the Spider-Verse is probably one of my favorites, or it is one of my favorites. Yeah, just like, it's just all overall pretty good. I mean, there's Spider-Man. What do you expect?
Yeah.
So like, yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, if there's anything like, I'm trying to think of like why I'd like. I mean, the only reason I like Tobey Maguire's the most is probably because they're just pretty good, but also like I grew up with them, so it's gonna be hard to replace or make anything better because I literally grew up with that Spider-Man. Like that's literally my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then I just like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse a lot because of the animation. I literally watched the movie so many times because of the animation. I'm like, God damn, this shit clean, bro. This shit clean. Yeah. So that's about it for the OG Spider-Man movies. Then we got the Batman movies. Now, man, there's a lot. I'm just gonna run through them really quick, because especially that Isaiah's never seen them besides the new one, so I'm just gonna run through them real quick. So we got Michael Keaton's Batman movies, which is Batman. What was the second one? Batman Returns. I completely forgot what the second one was called. Batman Forever, and then Batman and Robin. Batman dealt with the Joker. Literally was like the first like Batman movie that was like actually like pretty not dark, but like darker than like Adam West, which literally was like goofy as hell, and really dealt with like some pretty cool characters and actors that really like did really well as those characters. Because we had Jack Nicholson as the fucking Joker, and he's like the most comic book like Joker, I swear. He's like funny, sadistic, and messed up all at the same time. Like I honestly think Jack Nicholson is one of the best Jokers. Then we got Batman Returns, which deals with Penguin and Catwoman. Penguin is played by freaking Danny DeVito. So yeah. By the way, if you ever watched that Batman film, Isaiah, Penguin is actually terrifying. Like, Penguin. Actually creepy as hell. Oh. Like, I was like, oh my god, I do not want to meet this man ever in real life. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I'm telling these movies right. Yeah, okay, I was right. So yeah. And then we got Batman Forever deals with... So we actually had Val Kilmer. Michael Keaton stopped playing as Batman. We had Val Kilmer, Jesus, who is Batman. And then we had Jim Carrey, who is the Riddler. Jim Carrey, ladies and gentlemen. This man is playing as freaking Dr. Robotnik and freaking Sonic. And now it's the Riddler. And then we had Thomas Lee Jones as Two-Face. And then this is the first film that introduced Robin. And we had Chris O'Donnell. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Chris O'Donnell playing as Robin. We also had Batgirl, but he didn't come until the fourth one. But yeah, that dealt with the Riddler and Two-Face, and honestly, that's probably my favorite one out of all of this. But like all these movies, besides the first two, were like goofy as hell. So. Like, they were actually, like, funny to watch, though. And then, wait, I forgot he played as the Batman in this. That's so funny. I forgot he played as Batman in this. In the fourth one, we had another new Batman actor. We had George Clooney as Batman. I completely forgot he plays as Batman. Then we had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Wait, whoa.
What?
Say again? Arnold?
Yeah.
Bro, that's lit. I'd like to see that, bro.
Yeah, you should look at clips online, because it's actually hilarious as all hell. Fucking, me and my one friend, me and Trent Smith, we love to quote the one line he says, which is, "What killed the dinosaurs? The ice age." He fucking shoots his ice gun at a dinosaur statue and then it breaks.
Oh my god.
It kills me. I loved Arnold as Mr. Freeze, even though it wasn't as good as an adaptation of Mr. Freeze. It's still hilarious. And then we had Alyssa Stone as Batgirl, and I'm butchered this, so screw, like, whatever, I don't care. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. I'm pretty sure that's how you say that. I'm not even gonna try again, because I don't want to butcher it again if I messed it up the first time. Yeah. So, all those movies, besides the first two, they were all goofy. They were all, like, pretty comic book-like movies. I mean, I love them all. I don't care if they're bad. I love them all. I thought they were all funny. They were all great. I want to rewatch them all again, because they're just actually just really fun to watch.
Word.
Yeah. And then we had Christian Bale's movies. I mean, this is like the freaking, everyone calls this the best movie trilogy of superheroes of all time. We had the Batman Begins, we had the Dark Knight Rises. I don't even need to. I'm not even gonna go in depth because like everybody knows these movies. Even if Isaiah doesn't know, he knows that they're famous, bro. He knows. I know he knows. I never asked him, but I know he knows.
I don't know.
Because like Batman Begins deals with Batman and the League of Shadows and Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow. While the Dark Knight does freaking Two-Face and the Joker. Everyone says that I haven't said Mark Hamill. Heath Ledger is the best Joker actor. I disagree, but he did a pretty damn good job, but I don't think he's the best. I actually don't think any of them are the best, and I actually, same thing with Batman. I don't think any of them are the best Batman. I think Kevin Conroy, their names are so similar. Kevin Conroy is the best Batman voice actor, and Mark Hamill, who's also the same guy that does Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, is the best Joker voice actor. So my favorite adaptations of those characters are actually voices, not even actors. So I couldn't tell you who I think is the best Joker or the best Batman because they all kind of blend the same, honestly. Well, no, they don't blend the same. There's definitely ones that are better than others, but like I couldn't tell you. I like them all. I even like Ben Affleck, and I know a lot of people don't like Ben Affleck's Batman. So yeah. And then Batman Begins deals with Bane and Talia al Ghul, which honestly, Dark Knight Rises was okay. It wasn't the best, but it's kind of hard to make a good trilogy and make the third one like actually good. And then there was, I guess you can count the Ben Affleck movies, so Batman v Superman as a Batman movie, even though it wasn't just Batman, but it was okay. It wasn't the best either. So, I mean, like, Isaiah is like kind of out of this segment because he's literally never seen Batman movies besides the Batman.
Well, I mean, I've seen
clips, but no,
Batman versus Superman, but I don't really count that as a whole Batman movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it deals with Superman as well. So it's like, yeah, that's why I don't even count it. Most people do count it, but I don't count it. So, but yeah, overall, most of those OG Batman movies are good, or at least I like them. I know everyone says the Dark Knight trilogy is the best superhero trilogy of all time. Nothing will ever beat it, and all this, you know. So, yeah, pretty good movies, but we need to go into the movies we can actually talk about, truly talk about, and that is Spider-Man No Way Home and The Batman. So let's go right into that. Alright, welcome to our main topic of our podcast today. We literally, me and Isaiah literally just sat here for like 10 minutes recording, and then my boy Craig over here, which is the bot that helps record these audios for me, literally came up and just said, hey, I've been disconnected and I'm actually not recording. And I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks for not recording our audio. So, I mean, at least we knew it right there and then instead of like finishing it and then realizing that half my podcast wasn't done. So, but welcome to our subject, Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home and the Batman. If you haven't taken my advice, clicking on the video and thinking you weren't going to get spoiled, you're literally going to see the still image and have literally all three Spider-Man right there looking at you. So, I mean, you probably clicked off the video, but hell, you never know. But I'm just going to explain the movies, explain what we thought of them, what we didn't like, or what we wish we could have seen in our final thoughts. I'm going to just do a really dumbed down version of what I thought I was doing a dumbed down version of then, but now I'm just going to do another dumbed down version of Spider-Man No Way Home because I kind of don't want to sit here for another 10 minutes and explain what I just said. Spider-Man No Way Home takes place right after Far From Home. Everybody knows Spider-Man's identity is Peter Parker because so it's Peter Parker's life. And he goes up to Doctor Strange and asks him if he can get rid of everyone's memories of Mysterio saying about that he's Peter Parker, that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. So he's like, alright, let's do that. They do it, Peter Parker fucks up the spell, and the multiverse kind of like breaks, and all these villains from previous films and the movies come in. So we have Dr. Octopus, Electro, the Lizard, Sandman and Green Goblin literally all came in from other universes, and yeah. But Peter, after saving them all, Doctor Strange wants to like send them back to the universe, and after realizing that all of those villains, most of them actually die in the end of their films, and Peter, being the nice guy he is and being an actual hero, he's like, no, I don't want that to happen, even if that does, even though it's their fate. So he stops Doctor Strange and literally is like, yo, I'm gonna save all you guys. So he goes and saves them all, actually saves Dr. Octopus from being insane, and he's actually back to himself. But Green Goblin was like, nah, B, I'm not letting that happen. He's like, I don't care what you say, I'm about to fight you. Literally fights all of them, all the villains escape, and literally like all hell breaks loose, and freaking Aunt May dies, gives off that freaking with great power comes great responsibility quote everybody knows. She dies, Peter's sad, everybody's sad, but my boy Ed over here with his new magical powers that you see that he gets literally brings in Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire to come help my boy Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So we got 3 generations of Spider-Man working together to beat these villains, bro. It was honestly one of the most hype moments I've ever seen in movies. The fact that I get to see my boy Tobey Maguire back on the big screen, it was honestly amazing. I couldn't even tell you, bro. It was amazing. But they go and help Tobey Maguire, or not Tobey Maguire. They go help Tom Holland, Spider-Man, defeat all these villains, take them back to the universes, and then Spider-Man makes that great sacrifice. He tells Doctor Strange to make a new spell that literally everybody forgets who Peter Parker is, and that's what brings back everyone goes back to their realities. So Peter Parker is now in this world that he knows that nobody even knows who he is, and literally he's going to like basically start fresh. He has this shitty apartment, no friends, no family. Man is literally alone in this world. And yeah, that's about it for No Way Home. Thought I summed it up pretty well.
Bro basically turned into the comic book Spider-Man. Look out.
Yeah, he literally did. And the Spider-Man outfit, he literally has no relations to Marvel heroes, because like that was the one thing people didn't like. He was too like similar to Tony, literally getting like all his tech from Tony, and now he's literally like on his own. His outfit looks good. Like, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with him. I thought the movie was great. I remember seeing it in the theater on Christmas Eve. I was like one of the most hyped people to go watch it, and man, it was well worth the wait.
Oh God.
I remember seeing Tobey Maguire, and I was geeking, bro. I was with my boy Isaiah, and I was grabbing my man's shirt on the chest, and I was pulling him up and down. And I was like, oh my God! Like I was like, there he is.
Geek it out, yo.
The only thing that sucked was our theater was dead quiet. Like, nobody was getting hyped. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? These people, like, they're, like, not hyped at all to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Literally 3 generations of Spider-Man. And, like, we've never seen that happen before in movies. Literally, like, imagine, like, in Batman, we had Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and Robert Pattinson. All these different Batmans all in one film. I mean, that would never happen. It wouldn't really make any sense if it did happen. But, like, in Spider-Man, it makes sense. But, like, it's just crazy to me. It was a great film. That was pretty good. I mean, it was the best movie of 2021. It was the best movie of 2021.
Nothing. If you think I'm telling y'all right now, I will literally fight anyone who says there was a better movie than No Way Home.
I actually will have to say, I honestly think I think it's the best MCU movie. No, actually, no, that's a lie. It's the best Spider-Man MCU movie. And, like, it's, like, literally, like, top 3 for me. Because I still think Infinity War is still, like, number 1. I still enjoy Infinity War, like, a lot, actually. So, like,
it was good.
So good. There was a couple of things people were talking about the movie that they didn't like. honestly, there wasn't really anything I didn't like. Maybe because like I wanted to see more screen time with Toby, but like that's not really like the movie's fault, and I knew he wasn't gonna get that much screen time. But the only thing I wish I could have saw, which a lot of people were agreeing with what people were saying, was I wanted to see Tobey Maguire and Green Goblin meet again.
Mm.
Like, imagine like what they would have said. Like, oh, Toby would have been like getting all flashback, bro. Like, it would have been crazy. I would have loved to see that. But that's like the only thing I wanted to see. More interactions between the Spider-Man would have been cool to see more of, because like that was like the best part of the movie. I was like, bro, the interactions that they're having with each other is just the best part. Like them talking about freaking Tobey Maguire's freaking what's it called? Like he makes his own webs through his body, and they're like organic webs.
Organic.
And they're
webs.
like, they're
We don't
literally
have
like,
those.
what the? They were literally like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's crazy. So,
Like we have web shoots.
Oh.
You guys make your webs?
he's like,
Actually
yeah.
talking about it, bro.
He's literally, yeah, you can't do that. Like, what the? I don't know. Was there anything that you wish you got to see, or like anything that you actually didn't like? Because I know you loved that movie.
I loved it. Like we saw them all being geeky, you know, like math, science, all that. I was about to say stupid shit, but it's not stupid. I can't call it stupid. That good shit, you know what I'm saying? We saw all that, you know.
I like what they did with Andrew Garfield. Like he got his like redemption from like not saving Gwen, and like he actually felt like a really good Spider-Man. Because like I felt like the movies didn't do good, but like when I saw him that, I was like, I actually really like him.
Bro redeemed himself right there.
Because like how I see it is like Tobey Maguire, he's like the old wise Spider-Man because like he's done this for so long, like he knows what like how to do shit. And then it's like Andrew Garfield is literally like the Spider-Man at his prime. Like that's literally Spider-Man like at his very best, like literally at his prime. I mean, everyone knows what prime means. And then Tom Holland is the new Spider-Man who's just figuring out.
Yeah,
like, what
just
it
figuring
really
out what it
means
means.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, just it was such a good movie. So many good things that. If this was closer to when it came out, I would have liked to talk about it more. But it's like, I forget like half the damn things. But like, yeah, such a good film. Like honestly, like it's like it's like one of those movies where it's like you have to turn off your like actual brain, and it's kind of like just pure action and just awesome. Like.
Yeah.
Awesome, like it's just good. If you just watch it for the action and like the story's good too. Like it's pretty simple and easy to understand. It like feels like a comic book type of story, but yeah, it was just awesome. It was great.
Yeah,
And then we got the Batman. Oh, go ahead.
Not to mention, the part where the whole spell was like literally breaking, and you see like the sky like split open, and you can see all the different villains, like the silhouettes of them.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Yeah, I saw Rhino, Scorpion. There's a guy with a cane. I think that was supposed to be Kraven, maybe. And then Black Cat, but that was it. That's all I could see. I know there's more.
There had to be more. Like there was a lot of them.
Ryan's easiest to see. I noticed it my first time when I watched it, and then I noticed Black Cat. And the second time I went, I noticed Scorpion because of his tail. And then I noticed Kraven, or at least I think it's Kraven because he had like the staff. I don't know if it is Kraven, but I guarantee one of the silhouettes might have been Morbius.
Oh my goodness.
I can't. But yeah, it was a good movie. Like, it was great. The actors, all the returning actors, they did great. I think Willem Dafoe did better than he did. Honestly, I think I was mostly geeking out at Dr. Octopus because I think he might be my favorite Spider-Man villain besides like Venom. Like Dr. Octopus is just like all the lines, all the references, like him saying like, "What have you done to my machine?" or like, "The power of the sun in the palm of my hands." I was like, "Oh my god, this man just straight came out of Spider-Man 2." What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Man, straight fresh out the box. And I'm lying like that.
It was so good. It was so good. But yeah, that's about it. Then there's the Batman, which came out early March. I forgot that was last month. Dang, it's already been a month since it came out. Literally deals with Batman. This is his. It's like he's been Batman for like 2 years, so he's still pretty new to it. But it explains like him finding him out this guy named the Riddler who's out murdering all these people that are like these high-end people that are actually kind of corrupt and like aren't like good people, like they do fucked up things. And he's like trying to stop the Riddler from killing more and more people, but also figuring out the truth behind all these people. And just like it's literally just like a murder mystery. Like he's just going around solving murders and figuring out who the Riddler is and why he's doing this and stuff. It's like a detective movie featuring Batman, with of course like good combat and shit too. So yeah, it's pretty good plot. Like it gets to a point where he finds out who Riddler is, and then like he figures out there's more to Riddler's plan than he thought, and he's gonna flood Gotham, and like he has all these like followers that like care for what he does and like actually agree with his motives, and they all like rush to kill like all these people, and then like Batman has to stop them from like killing more people, and it's just crazy. Definitely like it just gets crazy at the end. I thought it was great. I mean, I knew it was gonna be good, and like I barely like researched because I wanted to be as surprised as possible when seeing the movie, and I was so happy. I was so happy it was Riddler that was the villain. I thought it was Hush or the Identity Thief, but it's actually the Riddler, because that's what I first thought when I saw his outfit. I was like, damn, that's Hush, but it's not. It's Riddler. I liked his outfit. Like, they did so good on the movie. Honestly, it's basically a masterpiece in my opinion. I know it's not, but because it still got some issues, but basically it's a masterpiece in my eyes. That's what I can say. It's a masterpiece in my eyes. So, loved it. Thought it was great.
No, my probably like can't really say a favorite part, but something I noticed was like when he was talking to Alfred, like when he came up and he was like talking to Alfred, and there was like this light shining in, he kind of like winced his eyes, you know what I'm saying? He's like, God damn, I'm kind of bright.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's like been in like chilling in the dark like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's so used to darkness now that he's basically a gamer, because like gamers don't like light. He literally like the darkness.
We hide in the dark, bro. We be on the dark side.
We literally be vampires, or when we see light, we're like, we're
literally be vampires, but ain't no Morbius, bro. Ain't no Morbius.
One of my favorite things was like, I liked how they showed that Batman was like, he was more of a like, this is like the first time you really see Batman as a detective. They do a little bit in the Christian Bale movies, but like he really was a detective in this film, like figuring out shit and like actually being smart. You see Batman a lot in this movie. Like I remember first time I was seeing, I was like, God damn, it's like every scene has Batman in it. I was like, that's kind of crazy.
Like my favorite.
Like, go ahead.
My favorite detective scene was like when like he pulled away that carpet because he used that thing that Cop was explaining, and then he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, kind of just pulled away the carpet, and there was like a whole nother clue right there.
Yeah, that map with all the freaking exploding fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was. I remember seeing that. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, they did really good with like the whole detective. Batman was shown a lot in this movie, so like if you're afraid to not see Batman, like only a couple scenes, no, you're gonna literally be seeing him like every scene is like basically Batman. They don't show Bruce Wayne that much, but which is okay, because literally like they even say in the movie like Batman is Bruce Wayne's true self. Like Batman is literally like actually his identity, and Bruce Wayne is like his alter ego. Like he sees himself more as Batman than Bruce Wayne. So it's like that's like his new persona. The other thing I really liked was it showed how underdeveloped he was. Like his gadgets and like how he goes about things. Like the main scene I always talk about is when he goes to the rooftop of the police department and he's about to jump off, but then he hesitates because he doesn't realize how far up he is. And he literally like hesitates to jump off, and then he puts on that wingsuit, which is like basically his cape, and that's how he like glides. But because like we always see him just like grab his cape and like fold it out, and that's how he glides. But in this, it's literally a wingsuit, which is crazy because like I've never seen Batman use a wingsuit before.
Yeah, and how he lands too. Like he literally crashes into the fucking bridge and fucking flies across the ground. Like just shows like he's not experienced in flying at all. Like
he's still new to it, which is what I like. I'm like that he's new. And that one riddle, like he doesn't solve the riddle right away, like he was. It was the one with like the El Rata, and he was like,
oh yeah.
And then Penguin was like, "You guys don't know Spanish or anything?" And I guess like, and then Batman was probably like, "Oh shit!" Like, wait, we didn't think of this. We didn't think of this fully. And yeah, and then like just his gadgets, like he doesn't have as many gadgets as I thought. He only really has like the grapple hook. He had that taser thing. One gadget I really like was the contact lenses, like actually like recording, like what he went through like that day and shit. Like I thought that was awesome. His freaking Batman symbol is actually like a knife. He doesn't throw a single batarang in this movie, so I guess he must have not thought of him yet. His Batmobile is like just a really souped up Mustang.
That was
like it's
cool.
not like that is sick. It's sick as hell, but it's not like Batmobile like we're used to see. Like a Batmobile is like a fucking tank most of the time, and then this Batmobile is like just a souped up Mustang. So it's more realistic, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just cool. Like he was so underdeveloped, and I love that. It just really showed that he wasn't like at his prime. Like he's still like learning.
Yeah,
it's just awesome.
His beginnings.
Yeah. And I said the Riddler was good. Almost all of the actors were great. Catwoman was great. Jim Gordon was awesome. Freaking the guy that got to play Cobblepot, I think he's the best Penguin I've ever seen. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
He was funny, and he just played the character really well. Falcone was good. Like they all did such a good job on this movie. Robert Pattinson, never thought of him as Batman. I think he's like one of the best Batman actors we got. Really portrays the character pretty well. Just so good. Such a good movie. I might have to watch it one more time once it gets on HBO Max, because I would watch it at least one more time.
But yo, the theme though, we can talk about the theme.
Yeah.
So good.
The Batman like theme song played, like I swear it was like different variations of the same song, but it played like almost every scene. It was like dun 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 dun, dun. Like every single scene. It was with the Batman. It was his theme song.
Yeah, but the car chase though, the car chase one was
that was the best version of the theme song. Is the car chase. That scene entirely was awesome.
Entire scene was really good. I like the way like it showed the car flip over and he's just watching Batman step out, and that the way I saw that was like nothing can stop. You're not like nothing's getting in the way of Batman. Like if he's coming for you, he's coming for you. Like nothing's getting in his way. Like that's how I saw that scene.
That scene was awesome. The other one is this has been memed. Everyone's probably seen memes, but the "Something in the Way" by Verdana.
Nirvana.
Is that who made that song? Nirvana. I'm an idiot. Anyways, that song goes so well with this movie. It only gets played twice, but it goes so well with what the movie is like, and like just like the tone of the movie. Also, if you listen to the lyrics, the song talks about like the bridge breaking and it flooding. That literally, and then there's a scene in the movie of Gotham being flooded, so it like kind of goes well with the song.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just they did such a good job. The freaking colors, like of the movie, like
so
the color scheme, that like noir orange color. Oh, it's just so good. It looks so good.
That was awesome.
And the red and blue in some of those scenes, they did so good on this movie. Like honestly. And most of the scenes were where he's actually fighting, they did so good. I can say one thing people didn't like was how much plot armor he had, which because he got shot several times in the movie and literally took no damage.
Yeah, except for the one time that he literally got blasted backwards and then uses adrenaline to get up and stuff.
That's another thing, because how underdeveloped he is. Because Batman literally has he has armor, but it's very slimmed down, and it's it's for him to help move around more. And this literally shows this Batman doesn't know the best way to dodge bullets or get out of the way of thugs and stuff. That's why he needs all that armor, because he doesn't know exactly how people fight and stuff. But I think once he gets more experience and knows how people fight and how to avoid things, he'll literally slim down his armor so he's more maneuverable and just faster.
Yeah.
There gets to a point where Batman is so fast, it's literally actually terrifying. I won't even cap. They do that. Then if you ever play the Arkham Knight games, it literally explains how fast he moves, and it's god damn. So yeah, it's such a good movie. The only thing I didn't like about the movie was the fact that they're trying to show us another Joker, and I'm just bruh, I don't care, bruh. I don't want to see that. I love the Joker, I really do, but I don't want to see him. I want to see other villains.
I knew it was Joker because right end where everyone's laughing, I'm Joker for sure, bro.
I was just I literally rolled my eyes when I saw that the first time. I was oh great, another Joker. And then I even told my mom afterwards. I was I really wish they didn't show us Joker. And she's why? And I was because we've seen him too much. I want to see something new. I want to see I want to see Mr. Freeze. I want to see Man-Bat. I want to see someone new. I don't want to see the same character over and over again. It's imagine if these Spider-Man movies, every time the first movie came out, they did Green Goblin. No, I don't want to see Green Goblin. I want to see someone else.
See freaking Kraven the Hunter or someone else, you know what I'm saying?
Kraven the Hunter, freaking the Prowler, live action version of the Prowler, or just I don't know, just someone different. I don't want to see the same character again. It gets annoying. So yeah, that's what I like about it. And also, it seems the guy that's playing as the Joker, he's really trying to be like Heath Ledger, and that also just makes me oh no, they're just trying to copy the best, or what people think is the best, because that's not what Joaquin Phoenix, he played as the Joker in the movie The Joker, or Joker, whatever it's called, and he didn't act like Heath Ledger, and he did great. I think he's one of my favorite Joker actors. I thought he did phenomenal.
Yeah, here's what I noticed though about Robert Pattinson's Batman. He didn't you know how Batman's voice is deep, you know what I'm saying? Deep, strong. His voice wasn't always like that, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of raspy, but kind of light at the same time. He didn't try to be a deep voice, try to put on a deep voice. He was just being his own Batman, you know what I'm saying?
He just naturally sounded menacing, kind of.
Yeah. He didn't try to have a deep voice. He just kind of just did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm glad you brought that up, because I didn't even think of that. But yeah,
I noticed that because when I think of Batman, I think of a deep voice, and from the other scenes I've seen, they've all had tried to put on a deep voice. And then there's him. He's raspy, and he's just raspy and kind of light voice. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to be deep about it.
Yeah, because you're talking about freaking Christian Bale, he's always where is she? Rachel! I'm the Batman! Literally forcing his voice. I have my voice to get down that low and raspy, but literally Robert Pattinson kind of just talking normal, and he actually just sounds natural. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. But yeah, just overall great film. Just so many good things about it. Just, if you haven't seen it, I just spoiled the entire movie for you, but it's still fucking good. I honestly have to tell you, you have to go watch it, because if you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing. So
it's a good.
But that's it. That's our main topic. So we got one more subtopic that we'll probably get to this one pretty quick because it's not that long. But we'll just gonna talk about the other Spider-Man and Batman media. So video games, TV shows, and just etc. So, yeah. See you there. Welcome to the last subsegment. My audio kind of fucked up again, but it's alright. We're just going to be talking about the medias of Spider-Man and Batman, video games, TV shows, etc. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I have video games, TV shows, and I know there's other medias, but I didn't write them down. So, like, we'll just go through video games, because I don't know how many Spider-Man video games, or I know you definitely haven't played any Batman video games, but I don't know how many Spider-Man video games I played, but I played a good, decent amount growing up, and well, recently they haven't released any besides the PlayStation, which I don't have, but...
Yeah, I played probably the first Spider-Man game for PS4, and definitely the Miles Morales one, but...
Was that it?
Yeah. Those
Damn,
are like
see,
the only two I've ever played.
See, I grew up...
I wish I would have went back and played like the other ones, but like I didn't have like that, luxury of playing video games like that all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, like, I played Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I played Spider-Man 2. I played Amazing Spider-Man. I played Spider-Man Web of Shadows, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, Lego Superheroes, which has Spider-Man in it. I could be missing one more. Oh, Ultimate Spider-Man. I've literally played almost every single Spider-Man game you could think of. Spider-Man, what's that one called? Like Web of Time, or like it's something of time, and it literally just deals with Spider-Man and 2099 Spider-Man. But I've played them all. Like, I'll just go through them real quick. So Spider-Man 1, I don't know that much about. I do remember playing it, but it's okay. Spider-Man 2, everyone says that's the best Spider-Man game. Really good. Was one of the first ones to do open world. And just it's pretty good. I remember playing that as a kid. Ultimate Spider-Man. It's literally like a comic book version of like actual Spider-Man 2. It has like a lot more villains. It actually just feels like a lot more of like an arcade like Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Or not arcade, comic book Spider-Man game. That was the one you got to play as Spider-Man and Venom.
Ooh.
Which was pretty cool. Yeah. Venom was sick. And you got in one of the missions as Venom, you got to fight Wolverine.
Oh my god, I would have loved that, bro.
It was so sick.
Wolverine. Oh.
Yeah, it was cool. That's one of the games I want to replay again, because I was like, there were so many cool moments. What else we got? Spider-Man Web of Shadows. That was another free roam game. That had a bunch of crazy shit in that. That was one where you could be Spider-Man, and then if like you clicked like the left stick, and then you had the black suit Spider-Man, and like there was like two different fight styles. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That game had Luke Cage in the game. It had a bunch of Spider-Man villains. It had Knight, Wolverine. It had a ton of characters.
Oh my goodness.
It could call upon like sidekicks and stuff too. So if you were more into like, there was like choices in the game. You can either be like good or bad, and like good was like normal Spider-Man, and then bad was like the black suit Spider-Man. If you were on the good side, your allies were like Moon Knight, Black Cat. I don't know, was it Black Cat? I don't know. You had a ton of like heroes and villains on each side. So you had Moon Knight, Wolverine. We'll just say Black Cat, Luke Cage, and they were like sidekicks basically. You just like ran around the city with them and stuff for like a certain amount of time. And then if you were like more on like the villain side, your sidekicks were freaking Electro, Rhino, the Vulture, maybe? I don't know, I forget. And it was like one more. So like you had different sidekicks on whatever side you mostly picked and stuff, which was pretty cool. The Rhino was sick because like you could get on the Rhino's back and literally he would just like run into people and shit.
Nice.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of like the newer games for like PS4. Like there's one scene where you like literally gotta get on Rhino's back and you're like gotta like literally control this man like you're riding the freaking horse. And he's like running through the freaking skyscrapers and stuff.
Yeah. And it was pretty cool. That was one of the. No, that one was pretty cool too. Lex Luthor. Oh no, I said Lex Luthor. Like this is fucking. I meant Kingpin. Kingpin was in the game. Like that, it was pretty cool. Then there was Shattered Dimensions, which honestly is, I think, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man game. Spider-Man PS4 is pretty damn good. I wish I had it to say that, but I think Shattered Dimensions is the best. It was the first like Spider-Verse game because it had Spider-Man, and then it had the Ultimate the Ultimate Dimension, Jesus, Spider-Man, which was the black suit Spider-Man, and then it had Noir Spider-Man, and then it had 2099 Spider-Man. And they're like levels, and each level was like a different Spider-Man. So like the first one was amazing, the second one was Noir, and the 2099. Like it was pretty cool, and they all had their own play styles. Noir was more stealth, but then like a brawler. Amazing Spider-Man was the more traditional. It was like pretty basic. Black Symbiote Spider-Man was like there was like tons of enemies in a room. And like you had like all these moves that were like aerial effect moves and stuff like that. And then 2099, you were like really fucking fast. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And those games were sick. And it was a pretty cool concept. It was awesome. And then I said the Lego games, but I won't talk about those. But I did play Spider-Man PS4. I never played Miles Morales, but I did play the PS4, and it was pretty good too. So yeah, Spider-Man games were great. The Batman games, I mean, we got the Lego Batman games. I won't talk about those, but we already know all those are bangers besides the third one. Third one was okay, but the first two were bangers. Then we have the Arkham series, and then there wasn't any other Batman games, I guess. Yeah, technically. There was like one or two that were like whatever, but like Injustice, but like that's not just Batman, that's other stuff. But yeah, the Arkham games, they're all amazing. They all play pretty similar. They're all just so good. They're just, if you don't know Batman and you want to, like, if you don't know who Batman is and you want, like, a really good story and you want it to be a video game, literally, the Arkham series is perfect. You get to learn who Batman is, his villains, and all this stuff. That's probably, like, the main factor of how I got to learn who Batman was through that. And you get a freaking get Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill as voices of Joker and Batman. You literally can't lose. It literally is perfect. I love those games. Like Isaiah, if you ever want to get a chance to play those games, or if you want to learn who Batman is, I would literally say pick those games up. And
I literally thought about it.
You'll literally be busy for a while playing those games, because those games are jam-packed with stuff to do. So, yeah. And then I have TV shows. Oh, go ahead.
I'll probably go and check them out, because I remember like the one time I was in like the store, I was just chilling. I'm like, damn, I was looking at them, I'm like, I want to play those, you know. So I'll definitely be checking this out. Right?
Yeah, they're awesome. If you're bored, you got nothing to do, and you want to play superheroes, literally pick that shit up. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. And then I have like TV shows. So I don't know if you ever seen Spider-Man or Batman TV shows. I'll just run through the one. The 1990s animated TV show of Spider-Man, my favorite. That honestly taught me so much more about Spider-Man after I seen those movies. And then like had some pretty cool heroes and villains in there too. Was honestly great. Love that. I love that Spider-Man series. And then Batman, there was the Batman animated series I watched a little bit of. But there wasn't really that much Batman series I watched on TV and stuff. So, but most of that stuff was pretty good though.
Yeah.
Just so many good shows of Batman and all that. Like they're just like all those TV shows are most of the time were like really, really good.
Yeah.
So, trying to think of other medias of Batman and shit. I can't think of any other ones. I think we covered up pretty. I mean, we talked about movies, so we don't need to talk about movies again. I mean, there's books and stuff, comic books. Of course, all the comic books are always good.
Yeah, you always gotta keep comic books around.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that sums up pretty much everything. I think we did a pretty good job talking about Spider-Man and Batman. Just going through all the characters and the shows and the movies, and yeah. So yeah, I want to thank you all for coming in and listening to us talk about Spider-Man and Batman. I want to thank our guest for coming in and finally joining an episode of the show.
Pleasure. Big
Yes,
pleasure.
sir. If you really like this episode, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. It's free. You don't need to pay anything. And if you don't want to, you don't want to. I don't care. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all later. See ya.